I unmuted the wrong thing. I totally unmuted the wrong thing. So we're gonna intro it a third time. It's like you should see I set this up like an hour before I actually have to stream, just so I can iron out all the kinks. And I have the audio mixer digitally there, and I thought I unmuted it. I was way wrong twice in a row. That's great. Anyway, let's dive back in from the beginning. Welcome to Stream Your Own Adventure. I'm your host, Matt. If you're new to the channel, which most of you aren't, I read Choose Your Own Adventure novels, and you, the audience, gets to choose where we go at each and every turn. Sometimes we get some really good ending, and then sometimes we die. And in the event of death, we do shots. Now, we're all adults here. I encourage you to play the home game. However, I also encourage responsibility and moderation. That being said, let's get into it. Off the bat, Todd Lives absolutely fantastic. How are you, brother? Great seeing you. Lorraine Photography, always a pleasure. Apparently today said it was our Facebook 11-year friendship anniversary. We go way, way further back than that. Stuff Y, always a pleasure, dude. Love seeing you, love hanging out with you. And to everyone else in the lurking, cheers. That's some good stuff. Straight out of Gun Hill Brewery. It's a summer ale called Staycation. Excuse me. So some of you may have noticed that the audio might be a lot better, and I gotta hear it from you guys. Let me know if it's sounding good or not. I spent I don't know how long, 2-3 weeks trying to figure this out. So I look forward to what you guys have to say about this, because I can't really monitor it back unless I record something. Righteous Phoenix, what's up? Hola, ¿cómo está, mi amiga? That's the extent of my Spanish. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm like a real streamer now. You got room tone, but I'd rather room tone than you cooking alive. True story. Well, I am sitting 3 feet from my air conditioner, and it's not doing me a lick of good, so I might just turn it off. Phoenix, where's the Ice King? Because I wanted to do something last week, but you guys disappeared. Let's see if we could do it again this week. Right. Let's see. Let's start talking about why we're here. Ooh, new arrivals from me. Anyway, this week's book is Mystery of the Maya. It's by R.A. Montgomery, the guy who started this all, or at least he spearheaded this all. Store run, beer run. Actually illustrated by a different illustrator, Richard Anderson. I'm not entirely sure if we've... I mean, I could double check, I'm sure. While I do it, I will double check. As I stall for time, I'm going to see if Richard has... they don't have the illustrator. I was hoping to see if the illustration... Nah, I can't tell. I was just curious if there was a... I mean, the other books have had that other illustrator whose name completely escapes me at the moment. I'm just curious if we've read any thus far. This is book 11. Can't believe I'm 11 episodes into this. This is book 11 of the series, and I'm just curious if perhaps we came across him before. But is my personal Twitter hacked? Yeah, there's a slim chance I keep getting messages that it's I have to change my password, or there's weird sign-ins or whatever. But no, I wrote you that message today. Let's see. Let's go on over to my... Yeah, Jin, your ancestors, dude. They're gonna kill me. Us. Let's see. Yeah, no, I mean... 11 out of 11. Oh, 11 out of 184. I did the math, and if I'm correct, if I don't stop, like if I don't skip a week, it'll take me at least 3 years to do them all. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. J Nietzsche or J Nice 87. What's up? Appreciate you coming down, dropping a little anime. Let's see, let's do the math there. 184 divided by 52. Let's see. It would take 3.5 years. If I don't skip. 3.5 years. So, goals, baby. Got them goals. All right. I'm gonna take a swig of water. Neighbors are still blowing off fireworks. That's weird. You know, I have a noise gate on. It's not really doing much of anything, I suppose. I should probably turn it off. Alright. Let's dive in, man. Let's, I don't know what's going on with these. The last couple of books, they don't have a lot of copies of. So I have to borrow it for an hour, so... we gonna be borrowing this for an hour and re-upping. Wait a second. It says I can borrow for 14 days. I can also purchase it. I don't know, I don't want to do that, but... alright. Never mind, don't need to re-up. In reverse. I wish. If I had the actual book, I would do it in reverse. Alright. Let's get this dusty cover. Mystery of the Maya boasts 44 possible endings. I'm going to assume that 42 of them are death. I almost want to read the this has got to be a reprint. I almost want to read the testimonials at the beginning from little kids. All right. Oh, Wave Back endorsement. Yeah, I mean, I am the co-host of the Wave Back podcast, where we listen to old video game music and talk about it. My host, myself, and Chris Rendazzo, I think we do a fine job. We have a brand new episode coming out. One of my favorite games of all time, Super Metroid. Excellent episode. Excellent episode. But you're here for Stream Your Own Adventure. Here we go. Gotta do the warning page first. Do not read this book straight through from the beginning to the end. These pages contain many different adventures you can have in the Mexican jungle. Some of the adventures take place in the present time, some in the past, and others in the future. You know what that means, guys. From time to time, as you read along, you will be asked to make decisions and choices. Some of them are dangerous. The adventures you take are a result of your choice. You are responsible because you choose. After you make a choice, follow the instructions to see what happens to you next. Think carefully before you make a move. One mistake could be your last, or it may lead you to fame and fortune. That's not what we're here for, right? Yep, Super Metroid, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell Chris that I said anything. He doesn't watch streaming anyway. Whoa. We're probably gonna, yeah, Jin. We're probably gonna go through some time travel there. The 43rd and it's ambiguous, while the 44th is disappointing. Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let me get my phone out of here. That's kind of rude of me. We already encounter a drawing. This is a very disproportionately drawn young lady. My assumption is we are her. We are one. Are you one, Herbert? I am not Herbert. Okay. Cheers. Let's get it going. Ooh, that's tasty. You are a writer on assignment to travel to Mexico to explore the ruins of the Mayan Indians. Your editor in New York hopes you will gather enough information to write a book about why the Mayan civilization collapsed. I mean, you turn into a new... it's a tough assignment. No one really knows what happened to the Mayan people. Several thousand years ago, the Maya were a powerful people. They lived in the jungle and along the coast of the eastern part of Mexico, now called the Yucatan. They were excellent mathematicians, astronomers, and engineers. Like the Egyptians, they built enormous pyramids. Fun fact, the Egyptian pyramids are taller, but they both share relatively the same base size. Get that right, or is that backwards now? Oh, hell, I just stuck my foot in my mouth. They surrounded the pyramids with other stone buildings and temples and observatories. No one knows how they were able to drag the huge blocks of stone many miles to the building sites. The Mayas were successful farmers, too. They were able to turn jungle into farmland. It seemed they can do anything, except survive. I'm just kidding. Then suddenly, as if an electric plug had been pulled, the Mayan civilization collapsed. The people fled from the cities into the surrounding land. Farms were overgrown. The jungles took over. The glory of the Mayan people had vanished overnight. What happened? Some say a plague killed many people. Some say there was a horrible war. Others believe the crops failed and the Mayan people starved. Were their gods angry? Was there a sudden lack of water, or was it something really strange, like visitors from another planet taking their leaders away? No one knows for sure. I was going to ask how many more questions they're going to ask me. The failure of the Maya civilization has been a mystery for 800 years. It's now your job to find out what happened. Yeah, you know. Whoa. Gotta follow. Appreciate that. Jeff the Giant. Yeah, Todd was pleased. Colonizers. Colonizers, disease, and slavery. You might be right. Let's see. Todd was displeased. That's what happened. All right. This is a long intro. Your plane has just landed at the airport outside of Mérida, capital of the Yucatan, and the largest city near the ruins. Stepping down from the plane, you gaze out on low, flat land with scrubby, dull green jungle. The yellow sun, well, as opposed to the blue one, the yellow sun is hot and the air is clear. You take out a small brown notebook and jot down your first impressions of this strange land. I mean, your felt-tip pen squeaks across the page as you describe tangled jungle, the sticky heat, and the brilliant sun. The job ahead of you is a difficult and... Excuse me. These are just racist drawings. Holy crap. Alright. The job ahead of you is a big and difficult one. Historians and archaeologists have tried to solve the mystery, but no one has really succeeded. Enter a 10-year-old girl working for some newspaper. You were told by your editor that a guide named Manuel would meet you at the airport. A short, dark-skinned man dressed in white pants and a brightly patterned red, yellow, and blue shirt greets you. I am not doing an accent. Hello, my name is Manuel. I am to be your guide. Welcome to Mexico. You know, right? That's exactly what I thought. Who would write with a felt tip pen? And look at this picture. Just look at that nose. That is just... I don't know, man. 1980, you were crazy. Page 4. His skin is like copper. His large nose and sloping forehead remind you of paintings and stone carvings you have seen of the Mayas. Suddenly you realize that he is one of the descendants of the ancient Maya tribes. The civilization may have collapsed 800 years ago, but the people live on to this day. You like Manuel immediately, and you feel that he is going to be a great help in your search. May I suggest that we visit Dr. Lopez at the university? He is an authority on Mayan civilization. Shouldn't he have sealed this one up? Or perhaps you would prefer just go ahead and visit the ruins. So, is the Mayaniest nose that ever Maya'd. Oh man. Alright, ladies and gents. And thus begins your part of the bargain. What are we going to do here? Our foist choice includes going to visit Dr. Lopez or going to the ruins straight away. Ice King, I saw you. What's up, brother? Pleasure having you. Listen, last time I got your picture that you were on your TV with me. I would like to actually toast you, so I'll hold it for a couple of seconds. Get Phoenix to take that photo, and then you cheers me at the television. You let me know when you're ready. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Just pop that poll up real quick. Oh, you guys are ready for action and adventure. I love it. Man, I love it. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, I know it's low-hanging fruit for me to pick apart some of these books. They're old. They come from a different time. I mean, that's no excuse. These books are... I just thought about it today. These books are 40 years old. Which also means I'm old. Because... yeah. Because I'm going to be... Alright, guys. We're going to go visit the ruins straight away. Page 11. That's a drawing. These drawings are very interesting. Definitely not the other artist that normally draws. Alright, here we go. You and Manuel drive to your hotel in Merida. Once you arrive, you stand at your window, looking out over the rooftops and palm trees to the scrubby jungle and plains that surround the town. Broad avenues lined with large trees, spacious squares with carved fountains, and large haciendas behind high walls characterize the city. Merida was founded by the Spanish after the conquest in the 16th century. That should tell you everything you need to know. Case closed, book done. We figured it out. And old churches and fortresses add the Spanish flavor. Do they really? Because I don't think the Mayans had a problem with how everything looked. Manuel comes to your room and invites you to dinner. Tomorrow we begin, he says. We can travel to the ruins. They are very beautiful. You ask him which one you should visit first. Ooh, this is going to be terrible. I apologize in advance, because... Alright. He tells you that Chichen Itza is the youngest and largest site of the Mayan ruins. The central points of interest are a huge pyramid, which dominates the area, a domed observatory, sitting silently near the jungle, and a deep waterhole, or cenote. There, too, is the famed and feared ball court. In ancient times, the losers of the ball game also lost their lives. Let's see. Ismail, while smaller than Chichen Itza, is far older. The stone used for building there has been cut and carved in delicate patterns. The temple of the magicians at Ismail is smaller than the temple at Chichen Itza, but is impressive as it rises out of the jungle. It's up to you, Manuel says. And by that, I mean it's up to you. Here we go. Twitch is loading on the TV. That's what I love to hear. Are we going to go to... Alright, let's see if I can get the spelling right. Chichen Itza? Or are we going to go to Usmal? I think that's how you say it. I don't think I've ever come across that. Okay. We're going to cheers. So it's going to be that corner. Text me that photo. And cheers to the rest of you. Yep. I nailed that photo. I nailed that little... That almost looks like Winnebago Man. If anybody's ever seen that gem. Oh, Winnebago, man. I feel like you guys are picking Chichen Itza just so I don't, just so I don't keep messing it up. My anime podcast, what is up, dude? Is that Bob Ross? No, it's not Bob Ross. It should be Bob Ross, though. Ah, man. Let's see. All right. Chichen Itza it is. Wait. Gotta make sure I get that photo. See that photo, though. All right. Chichen Itza it is, page 16. Oh, yeah. Now you can hear all my burps. You can hear all the burps. Excuse me as I wet my whistle. I have a hole in my lip. Sorry. Alright. Here we go. The highway to Chichen Itza runs through flat, scrubby land. What is with this scrubbiness? Alright. A few houses or huts line the road. Then you see it from the bus. It almost jumps out of the low-lying jungle. El Castillo. The giant pyramid looms above you. Around El Castillo are broad avenues leading to other stone buildings, to courtyards, and to the evil ball court where Mayas lost their lives if they lost the game. One avenue led to the cenote, or giant well. This deep cenote, that sinks 30 feet from ground level to the surface of its water, has taken the lives of many sacrificial victims. A few tourists mill around. A group of about 20 people stand quietly at the base of El Castillo. You ask Manuel what they are doing, what they are waiting for. He gives you a knowing smile and says, "Soon you will see for yourself. Look at the top of the pyramid." Your eyes follow his pointing finger. To the top of the pyramid is the top of the pyramid is glowing with a bright red color. Where is it coming from? Watch, my friend. This is worth waiting for. Then you see it. A large space... Okay. It really does look like a little dicky. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Then you see it. A large spacecraft hovers over the pyramid, shoots out a transparent beam, and waits. What does it mean, Manuel? What's happening? You were frightened. These Mayan ruins are contact points for other planets. That group of people has been chosen to leave Earth for the planet Merganatic. Ooh, let's not kick the power supply, shall we? Alright. You believe in UFOs, but now that you are seeing one, it is frightening. Manuel, this is incredible. Why is this thing here? You see, Earth is a difficult place, a testing ground. We have wars, sickness, many problems. I just pressed the button. Many problems. Ooh, it's bigger. When Earth people are ready to give up the fighting and the greed, then they can go to another planet. You may join them if you wish. He waits for your answer. What should you do? On one hand, your job is here and now on this planet, writing about the Mayas. Yet, the chance to go to another planet may never come. I saw that you guys sent the photo. I'm gonna look at it in a second. So this got out of hand really quickly. Let's see. Are we? If you decide to go, knowing the danger of never returning, so leave the planet. I'm sure a lot of us want to. Or stay and finish job. Those are our choices. Let's see. These places sound like there's a Black Eyed Peas song. They might very well be. I don't know. Boy. All right, so let's see this. Let's see this photo. Cause that last one was, oh, fantastic. That is fantastic. I don't know if let me see. Let's do this. Listen. This is how you do it. This is how you do it right there. I'm so blown out. It's great. To everyone on this channel, if you and I aren't doing this all the time, like, are we even friends? Like, what's going on here? Phoenix and Ice King. I appreciate you guys. Good times indeed. Good times used to be my mantra back in my 20s when I was getting kicked out of strip clubs and stuff. This is stories for another day, though. Alright, we're going to stay and finish the job like nerds. Page 28. Page 28. Alright. Oh, boy. Alright. You laugh out loud and point at the spacecraft and the people entering it. Great show, Manuel. Great show. Tell me, how did you do it? What is it? The set for some movie? Manuel does not smile, does not speak. He shakes his head and moves off to join the group of people who are going up the transporter beam. Is that a two-pager? That's a two-pager, so let's get that up real quick. This is something else. Look at that. Look at Manuel. He almost looks French. These people. This is like some whacked out Ralph Steadman stuff. This is not for kids. Then Manuel turns to you. He motions with a small rod that has a beam of light coming from it. Suddenly, you are so frightened that the hair on the back of your neck stands up and goosebumps appear around your arms. The beam of light is like an eraser, and it wipes your mind clear of all the memory of that day. Then the spacecraft is gone, and you are standing at the foot of El Castillo. You can't remember anything that happened after your breakfast with Manuel. It is quiet in the great courtyard. Your big chance has come and gone. You blew it. The end. I did not see that coming. So basically, we have an example of the little doohickey from Men in Black some 25 years before Men in Black used it. I got nothing, man. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. So Stuff Y hit me with that thing. We're going back to the beginning again. Yeah, that was something else. Definitely something else. So let's do this. I'm not going to read all that intro stuff. That was long and boring. I'll read from page, let's see. I'll read from page 3 with the ridiculously inaccurate and mostly racist drawing of Manuel, our tour guide. Alright. Here we go. The job ahead of you is a big and difficult one. Historians and archaeologists have tried to solve the mystery, but no one has ever really succeeded. You were told by your editor that a guide named Manuel would meet you at the airport. A short, dark-skinned man dressed in white pants and brightly patterned red, yellow, and blue shirt greets you. Hello, my name is Manuel. I am to be your guide. Welcome to Mexico. His skin is copper. His skin is actually made of copper. His skin is like copper. His large nose and sloping forehead remind you of paintings and stone carvings you have seen of the Mayas. Suddenly you realize that he is one of the descendants of the ancient Mayan tribes. The civilization may have collapsed 800 years ago, but the people live on to this day. He is the most Mayan to ever Mayan, as has been pointed out. You like Manuel immediately, and you feel that he is going to be great help in your search. except for the part where he zaps you in the face and leaves the planet. May I suggest that we visit Dr. Lopez at the university? He is an authority on the Mayan civilization. Or perhaps you would prefer just to go ahead and visit the ruins. So, we start this new read-through again with the choice of Dr. Lopez or go straight to the ruins. I don't know. That last ending was, or that first ending, however you want to look at that, was very interesting. Absolutely did not see that coming. How many choices did we make? Let's see. Ruins. Chichen Itza. 3 choices. We made 3 choices, and we got a hey, how you doing? Ooh, sorry for that, if that distorted. Got a nice how you doing for that, and that was it. That was lay suck. I don't know. Weird. Very weird. You guys trying to go to outer space? Let's see. Everybody's leaning on going straight to the ruins. Jump right ahead to page 11. 10 and 11. To the ruins we go. I don't know. Maybe Dr. Lopez is really smart. I mean, he does have doctor before his name. You and Manuel drive to your hotel in Merida. Once you arrive, you stand at your window looking out over the rooftops and the palm trees to the scrubby jungle and plains that surround the town. Broad avenues lined with large trees, spacious squares with carved fountains, and large haciendas behind high walls characterize the city. Merida was founded by the Spanish after the conquest in the 16th century, and old churches and forts add to the Spanish flair. Manuel comes to your room and invites you to dinner. Tomorrow we begin, he says. We can travel to the ruins. They are very beautiful. You ask him which one you should visit first. He tells you that Chichen Itza is the youngest and largest of the Mayan ruins. The central points of interest are a huge pyramid, which dominates the area, a domed observatory, sitting silently near the jungle, and the deep water hole or cenote. There, too, is the famed and feared ball court. In ancient times, the losers of the ball game also lost their lives. Sumel, again, I assume it's pronounced Sumel. If someone wants to correct me, that would be fantastic. While smaller than Chichen Itza, is far older. The stone used for building there has been cut and carved in delicate patterns. The Temple of the Magicians at Sumel, is smaller than the Temple of Chichen Itza, but is impressive as it rises out of the jungle. It's up to you, Manuel says. So our next choice. Will we visit the ruins? Will we visit the ruins of Chichen? Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, Gil. Chichen Itza, or are we going to go to Sumel? Sumel. I almost want to look that up. If I can find my phone, which I put away. I'm going to sing this song every night and day. I don't know where that came from. Yeah. Let's see. How do I pronounce UX? Oh boy. Apparently I am way wrong. Let's see. Right. Okay, let's see. Uxmal. Okay, I wasn't that way wrong. Oh, 50-50 split. Alright. Uxmal it is. Don't ever leave it up to me. I will probably choose the boring answer. Page 15. Actually, I'll always pick an answer that we didn't take. You walk with Manuel to the bus station for the trip to Uxmal. The pavement shimmers with heat. The pavement shivers with heat, and the smells of garlic and spicy food hang in the air. The bus trip is long and hot, but finally you arrive at the ruins of Usmal. The temples of the magicians loom over the land. Steep stone steps ascend to a smaller temple building on the top of the pyramid. Across from the temple of the magicians is a large, rectangular building, which the Spanish conquistadors called the nunnery, but no one really knows what it was used for. What do you think, Manuel? I mean, what was it used for? Any ideas? Manuel hesitates for a moment and says, "Perhaps the building was the palace of the priests. Perhaps they lived there. Perhaps they conducted experiments there. I don't know." Crowds of people are milling around the ruins. You wish that you could be alone. Where should you start? At the Temple of the Magicians or the Nunnery? So, next choice, Temple o Magicians or the Nunnery. Get thee to a nunnery. And your choices are up. Let's see. Is anybody drinking tonight? If you are, throw in the chat what you're drinking. That is pretty tasty. Oh, boy. So, I think I brought it up last week, but I will bring it up this week and every week until it happens. Geekade's annual Pain in the Ass-a-thon has been set in stone, and the dates have been chosen, and I'm going to pass them along to you guys and as I look for the dates, because I don't have them completely written down in my head. Pain in the Ass-a-thon every year. Those of us who operate under the Geekade umbrella, we're going to the Temple of the Magicians. Those of us who operate under the Geekade umbrella get together and we stream for 24 hours straight, playing the hardest games imaginable. But we've done that for several years in a row now. I've been a part of them on and off. But obviously, with circumstances being what they are, getting together is not exactly an option. So this year, we are going to do that. We're going to stream for 24 hours straight, but you're going to see some different personnel. This year I will be streaming. Don't know what I'm going to do. So next break, I'm going to ask you guys what you think I should do. August 22nd and 23rd. Put those in your calendar. All right. The words Temple of the Magicians excite you. You walk towards the huge pyramid, but a crowd of tourists is busy snapping cameras and pushing and shoving. They must be American. They surround the base. You stand for a moment waiting for the crowd to clear, and an old man with wrinkled skin wearing the colorful shawl of the Mayas shuffles up to you. "Come with me," he beckons with a hand crippled with age. "I will take you to see a very deep water hole, a secret cenote. Water is scarce in this dry land, and the cenotes are the most important reason for choosing a place to live. Without water, there is no chance to live. You will be amazed at what I will show you at this cenote." I read it like he was threatening. You look around, but Manuel is nowhere to be seen. Where is he gone? That's great. Your guide has straight up left you. Cool. Alright. Our next choice. Do we go with the old man? Nothing like a young girl going with an old man. Or refuse and wait for Manuel to come back. I am just as surprised as you are. Stuff. Yeah, the character's a girl. I assume a blonde white girl. Yeah. So anyway, I'm still not entirely sure what I should be doing for the stream, and it's like a month away, and yeah, I was considering playing Night Trap. If anyone's familiar with that game, that thing is hard. Beat that once as a teenager, but at what a price, because I would spend weekends with an old friend of mine writing down time signatures, and there was a notepad that had about 3 or 4 pages completely full of time signatures and rooms we needed to be in to beat this game. And we did it. But man, was it rough. Oh, youth. Alright. Looks like we're gonna refuse this weird old man and wait. To page 44. Page 44. Oh, wow, I landed right on it. Okay. You ignore this crazy old man. He probably wants money and will lead you on a wild goose chase. You don't have time for that. You also walk away from him. A rock with a piece of paper wrapped around it drops at your feet. You look up, startled, but you see no one who could have dropped this rock. The paper contains a short message that says, "Return to the nunnery. Meet with us in the 7th room." The message is signed with a red handprint. What should you do? Manuel is walking back toward you. You rush over and you show him the note. Manuel looks at the note and shakes his head. Leave it alone. Could be dangerous. So, that being said, let's see. Oh my god. What a set of choices. So, if you decide to ignore Manuel's advice and go to the nunnery, right? So ignore Manuel. Or, if you decide to ignore the instructions in the note and go to the Mexican police instead. Okay, Mexican police. Well, if Narcos and anything else has taught us anything, it's to not trust the Mexican police. But don't let my cynicism sway you. That is tasty. Yeah. So, I could play Night Trap and just get really frustrated at how not far I get. I've never beaten Super Mario 1, like the original for NES. I think that was going to be one of my original games when I was approached to do this years ago. There's a lot of games I haven't beaten. A lot of them are on Nintendo. I'm of the mindset that I don't think a lot of them are possible to be beaten. I don't know. Can I stream Night Trap? I would imagine I could. Why wouldn't I be able to stream Night Trap? We're going to ignore Manuel and we're going to go to the nunnery. Page 58. The plot thickens. Where are we? Page 51. What the hell is that? Okay. Page 58. Where are you? 58. Isn't there content? You're gonna have to be more specific than that, dude. I'm not sure what you're asking. Page 58. The handprint is ominous. What can it mean? You enter the 7th room in the nunnery building. Although it is dark inside, you see a face. It is luminous and glows with a soft, yellowish light. A person, clothed in silver, with golden armbands and a clear helmet, stands in the middle of the room. Earthling, the age of destruction is near. You are chosen as a survivor. If you wish, you can leave the earth with us 4 days from now. You listen in amazement to all that he says. Is the world really coming to an end? It sounds like the prediction made by a Mayan priest hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It is scary because maybe they were right. Manuel suddenly appears. Go with them. It is time. You go with them. The end. Oh, risque content. I don't think the content was that risky. I think it. I'd have to double check because I haven't played through it in a long time. I think there might be like a little like scene or two where, I mean, it's a girls' slumber party, but it's not like pornographic or ridiculously adult. I think they're just like in nighties and teddies and stuff. Nothing crazy, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Well, that's another ending that nobody saw coming. And, yep, that's the thing. So it's clear that aliens are afoot. And, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm gonna drop back to the beginning again if I can make the slider work. That ending did suck. When it came out, it was a huge uproar. That's what's happening. I don't know. I don't know if it's the books or our choices. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, for whatever reason, I can't use the slider. It's being a pain in my ass. There's a lot of funky drawings in this book. I mean, I guess they're pretty cool. I kind of like some of them. They're just like uber funky. They're not like the other dude. Alright. I'm gonna take another slug of water. Here we go. The job ahead of you is a big and difficult one. Historians and archaeologists have tried to solve the mystery, but no one has really succeeded. You were told by your editor that a guide named Manuel would meet you at the airport. A short, dark-skinned man dressed in white pants and a brightly patterned red and yellow blue shirt greets you. Hello, my name is Manuel. I am to be your guide. Welcome to Mexico. His skin is like copper. His large nose and sloping forehead remind you of the paintings and stone carvings you have seen of the Mayans. Suddenly, you realize that he is one of the descendants of the ancient Mayan tribes. The civilization may have collapsed 800 years ago, but the people live on to this day. You like Manuel immediately, and you feel that he is going to be a great help in your search. May I suggest that we visit Dr. Lopez at the university? He is an authority on Mayan civilization. Or perhaps you would prefer just to go ahead and visit the ruins. We kept going to the ruins. Stuff. So far, the 2 times we have chosen the ruins over Dr. Lopez. I mean, it could be Dr. Jennifer Lopez. And everyone wants... Hello. Excuse me. And everyone wants to go to the ruins. I don't know. I knew you'd appreciate that even just a little bit. Yeah, Dr. J-Lo. Dr. J-Lo. It's like the stupidest thing I've heard in a while. Yeah, if you're not doing it already, right above my head you see all the social media stuff. If you want to follow all the great things we do over here at Geek Aid, by all means, check our Instagram, check our YouTube, our website, geekaid.com. A lot of great articles, a lot of great podcasts, including The Wave Back, which is what I'm on. I think there's a little bit of something for everybody. Wrestling, video games, movie, music. I think there's a small DIY section. I remember learning a very healthy alternative to bleach. If you want to know that answer, you're going to have to go find it. Don't Google it. Alright, we're going to go visit the good Dr. Jennifer Lopez. Manuel smiles with satisfaction at your choice. Fine. You will like Dr. Lopez. Come with me. A taxi takes you through the narrow streets of Merida, past Spanish-style buildings, and onto a broad avenue lined by palm trees. The taxi pulls up in front of a yellow stone building. It is the university, and Dr. Lopez has an office on the fourth floor. You enter the room and he speaks. Damn. Welcome. Welcome to Merida, and welcome to the Mayas. Dr. Lopez is an old man, stoop-shouldered, with white hair, heavy black-rimmed glasses, and skin that reminds you of shoe leather. His office is filled with pottery and carvings of snakes and fierce-looking... fierce-looking half-human, half-animal forms. Here's a picture of the good doctor. He's very judgmental. Page 6. What are you looking for? Dr. Lopez asks you. I want to find out about the Mayas. Why they failed. So mean. What happened to them? Can you help me? Dr. Lopez looks at Manuel and smiles a secret and mysterious smile. Well, my friend, you have come to the right place at the right time. Here, we have a secret time potion. Oh my god. Here, we have a secret time potion developed by the Mayas hundreds of years ago. He holds up a small bottle. We believe they used it to travel in time and space. Don't be afraid. I've used it, and I'm still here. You stare at the old man in disbelief, but his warm smile and kindly face encourage you. Drink the potion and go back in time 800 years to see the glory of the Mayas. He hands you a small green bottle. You shake with fear, but what an opportunity. Don't worry, Manuel will go with you. So, this is now a thing, and nobody's here to witness it. Drink the potion, and presumably go back in time. Or, this is funny, decline. So it says, if you decline the potion and decide to visit the ruins without the benefit of a trip into the past. Okay, decline the potion. Just thought you guys needed to know that they wrote you a whole paragraph as an option. Yeah, if he's still here, he didn't use it. Yeah, like how good could the potion possibly be if he's sitting in front of you telling you, I used the potion and I'm still here. Yeah, okay. It's your kids, Marty. Morty. Oh, gee, Rick, I don't know. Damn, I gotta catch up on that. I gotta go thinking out loud again. I don't know. That's the one weird thing about streaming is I have to be constantly talking. It's like the most painful thing I could possibly be doing. Because I hate when people ramble on and on and on and on. And here I am streaming. Look at the big brain on that guy. Anyway. Yeah, this came completely out of nowhere. Let's see, what's that last page? Alright. Ooh, we're gonna drink the potion. Go back in time to page 7. Oh, man. A lot of reading on this one. The potion is thick and dark green, almost like the slime you find in stagnant pools in the jungle. Are they scrubby jungles? The smell, though, is light and sweet and fragrant. You take a gulp and put the bottle with the rest of the potion into your pocket next to your notebook. Suddenly, you're surrounded by people dressed in bright red and green and gold clothes of the ancient Mayas. You are no longer in Dr. Lopez's study in Merida. You are in Sumel, standing in front of a huge pyramid called the Temple of the Magicians. It seems to command all the other buildings as it rises steeply out of the jungle. Manuel is beside you. His red, yellow, and blue shirt blend in with the brilliant Mayan colors. Don't be frightened, he whispers. We are 1,500 years back in time. So someone's got their calculations wrong. Across from the Temple of the Magicians is a long, low building made of yellowish-white stone, covered with the same snake and man-animal carvings you saw in Dr. Lopez's study. The building looks as if it contains long hallways and many small dark rooms. Suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd of Mayas. 5 men and a woman in gold and red robes carrying silver spears and wearing bright green feathers in their hair, move through the crowd and start climbing slowly up the steps of the Temple of the Magicians. They must be priest and a priestess because the people bow down in front of them. In the courtyard below is a squad of soldiers carrying knives and bows and arrows. They look angry. Ooh, there's some drawings. That is not the drawing page. How rude. It's all pointing. That a little bit better there. Alright. That's interesting. Manuel must be one of the ruling clan, for people bow down before him also. He smiles and says, "My friend, you may choose to go with the priest and the priestess, or you can go with the warriors. Both groups will teach you a great deal about the Mayan civilization." You are so busy taking notes about everything around you that you hardly hear what Manuel says. Manuel repeats the question. So our choices are we going to follow the clergy, which is not the right word here, but I don't get a lot of space. Or are we going to go with the Golden State Warriors? Just kidding. Are we going to go with the Warriors, which I can't spell, even though it's written right there. Ooh. I think I have a bug bite on my foot. On my leg. Same difference. Ankle. That's where the foot meets the leg. Yeah. I'm real smart. Let's see. Yeah. This book is very strange to me. It's not like the last book. I mean, that last book was kind of like... And then the one before that was strange too. But that being said, every book is its own thing, I suppose. Isn't that a moral for life? Don't judge a book by its cover because it's its own thing. Maybe, I don't know. Whoa, I almost knocked over my beer. Chapstick. Alright. Looks like we're going to follow the priest and the priestess. I think we're going to get sacrificed up there, because I've seen Apocalypto. Alright, page 12. It was a pretty good movie, all things considered. Alright. The priestess watches you closely as the 5 priests form a tight circle. Their long, black hair is covered with a sticky, evil-smelling substance. You ask Manuel what it is. Blood. It is the blood of victims of the sacrifices. The priest thinks it makes them stronger. You'll see. You pull back in horror. Sacrifices? What for? What kind of sacrifices? Manuel says, "Be patient. Just follow the priests. They know you are going with them. Don't be frightened." That may be easy for you to say. That may be easy for him to say. But you are scared. The head priest signals you to follow. They lead you up the steep steps of the Temple of the Magicians. At the top is a small room. Inside the room is a stone altar stained with a brownish dried blood. There is still some blood in a bowl on the altar. "You are now going to be one of us," says the head priest. Yeah, because he speaks English all of a sudden. You're not sure that's what you want to do. Alright. Our next choice is gonna be one of us. Okay, let's see. Want to escape. That should be interesting. Or stay and accept. It's a heck of a choice there. Yeah. This book has definitely taken a turn. As do most of these books, really. But this one, I don't know. This one is certainly gone somewhere. Then we drink. Dr. Jennifer Lopez. Dr. Girlfriend. That was a great show. Venture Bros was such a good show. Every, year and a half, I watch it all over again. I've always wanted to cosplay the Monarch, but I am not nearly as skinny as I used to be. And I'm more like 21 now. Is that his number? No, I can't remember. Ah, well. Oh, we're gonna stay and accept the offer. One of us. Alright, page 21. That's an interesting drawing that I don't think belongs on this page. Let's see if that belongs on this page. Oh, it might. Alright, let's see. Here we go. You stare at the priest in front of you. Two of them glare at you. One of them fingers his knife. And suddenly you are frightened. The head priest smiles at you and says, "Be calm, we will not hurt you. Look in the heavens. There is Venus. It is both the morning and evening star. Venus will guide you as it guides us. Stay with us and learn about the secrets of the universe. Learn of heaven and hell. Learn of the power of the four corners of the earth." You hesitate but decide to stay with the group of people. Three of the priests move forward suddenly and grasp your arms. They shove you towards the blood-splattered altar. Are they going to sacrifice you? One of them speaks. You must make a sacrifice to seal your pact with us. There is no turning back. Here is the knife. You will cut out the heart of the victim. You're horrified. What is to be sacrificed? Is it an animal or a human, some poor slave or prisoner from a battle? If you say you don't want to, if you say you won't do it, will they sacrifice you? Our next choice might be our last. Let's see. Are we going to agree to sacrifice, or are we going to refuse to sacrifice? This is getting kind of interesting, actually. Gotta say. It's a little intense for like an 11-year-old book. I think I say that at least once every week. It's a mighty big word for an 11-year-old. Reminds me of a really funny joke that I can't tell. Email me at mail@geekade.com and I'll mail you the joke. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But anyway. Oh, let me show you the... Oh, man, come on. Let me show you the drawing of you getting accosted. You know, this artist is really growing on me. Some questionable choices, but ultimately not a... Alright, we're going to resist Sepultura. Page 36. This should be interesting. It is raining heavily right now. Alright. No, you shout. I will never sacrifice to any god for any reason. You are all crazy. It was a mistake to say that. The priests become very quiet and solemn. The sun is bright in the sky. Manuel is nowhere to be seen. The sound of a bird breaks the quiet. Two of the priests move toward you. They are not smiling. One says, "Since you will not perform the sacrifice, we will. You will be the victim." The end. And so closes another chapter of the life of the Choose Your Own Adventure reader. So it is written, so it shall be done. Oh, I'm so close to finishing this bottle. I can't. Can't wait. Can't stand vodka. Here's to you. Ah. Oh, that is. Lara Croft is raiding. Oh, you guys just missed it. Oh, we just died. And I just did a shot. That is quite the entrance. And I remember you. And it's great to see you. So we just died. We had our third read through and we just died. Took a shot. Here we are. For those of you just joining the stream, this is Stream Your Own Adventure. I'm your host, Matt. I read a Choose Your Own Adventure story from our childhood, our collective childhood. As I read it out loud, I will give you the option to choose where we're going to go next. I will allow that. That's weird. It told me I had to approve the word bastard. That's weird. Whatever. We're going to do it again. I've been skipping the first few pages because we technically now are on our fourth read-through. I'll catch up to speed. You're a little girl that works for someone in New York. Your editors, maybe you work for a newspaper, I don't know. They want you to go and solve the mystery of the Mayas. Like, the whole thing. So. Oh, Lara. Lara. I love that song, by the way. I shouldn't, but I do. Oh, as always, for you guys who just joined us, there is an at-home version of this game. It plays exactly the same way. When we die, you shoot. Cheers to you. Be responsible, though. Alright, here we go. The job ahead of you is a big and difficult one. Mind you, I skipped a bunch of pages. Historians and archaeologists have tried to solve the mystery, but no one has really succeeded. This book was written in the 80s, and it's for 11-year-olds. You were told by your editor that a guy named Manuel would meet you at the airport. A short, dark-skinned man dressed in white pants and a bright patterned red and yellow and blue shirt greets you. Hello, my name is Manuel, and I am to be your guide. Welcome to Mexico. I'm going to show you this fairly racist drawing, because I love the drawings in this book, but that is something else. Continue on to page 4. His skin is like copper. His large nose and sloping forehead remind you of paintings and stone carvings you've seen in the Mayas. Suddenly you realize that he is one of the descendants of the ancient Mayan tribes. The civilization may have collapsed 800 years ago, but the people live on to this day. You like Manuel immediately, and you feel that he is going to be a great help in your search. May I suggest that we visit Dr. Lopez at the university? He is an authority on Mayan civilization. Or, perhaps you would prefer to just go ahead and visit the ruins. So our first choice for this new read-through is going to be, are we going to go visit Dr. Lopez, or are we going to the ruins? Now I'm going to tell you guys, this is our fourth read-through. This story, no matter which direction you choose, gets very weird very quickly. Very weird very quickly. Let's see. There's been alien abductions. We've had our mind erased like, what do you call it? Men in Black, for that one. We were approached by someone wearing a crystal clear helmet, and they told us the end was near, and they took us off the planet and saved our lives. Our life, we were chosen apparently, and then we just got sent through time and killed. Lots and lots of fun right there. Alright. Gonna go to Dr. Jennifer Lopez, page 5. It's an old joke, you had to be there. Just move that crap. Alright. Manuel smiles with satisfaction at your choice. Fine. You will like Dr. Lopez. Come with me. I don't know why I said fine. I'm so mad. A taxi takes you through the narrow streets of Merida, past Spanish-style buildings, and onto a broad avenue lined by palm trees. The taxi pulls up in front of a yellow stone building. It is the university, and Dr. Lopez has an office on the fourth floor. You enter the room, and he speaks. Welcome. Welcome to Merida, and welcome to the Mayas. Dr. Lopez is an old, stoop-shouldered with white hair, heavy black-rimmed glasses, and skin that reminds you of shoe leather. That's a shitty sentence. His office is filled with pottery and carvings of snakes and fierce-looking half-human, half-animal forms. He's also very judgmental. What are you looking for? Dr. Lopez asks. I want to find out about the Mayas. Why they failed, what happened to them. Can you help me? Dr. Lopez looks at Manuel and smiles a secret and mysterious smile. Well, my friend, you have come to the right place at the right time. Hold on to your socks. Here we have a secret time potion developed by the Mayans hundreds of years ago. He holds up a tiny bottle. We believe they used it to travel in time and in space. Don't be afraid, I've used it, and I'm still here. You stare at the old man in disbelief. I would too. But his warm smile and kindly face encourage you. Drink the potion and go back in time 800 years to see the glory of the Mayas. He hands you the small green bottle. You shake with fear, but what an opportunity. Don't worry, Manuel will go with you. So, our next choice is going to be, do we drink the potion and presumably travel back in time, or do we decline the potion and decide to visit the ruins without the benefit of a trip to the past? Again, they wrote a paragraph for a decision. I don't know. It's there on the paper. I read it for you. I said 5 more minutes, but you kept me here for like an hour with that choose your own adventure story. You're welcome. I don't know. It's what I do. Come for the stories, stay for me. Anyway, even that made me physically ill. Oh, buddy. We're gonna have another go at this. I like this. Getting to the end of my beer, you know what that means. Oh no, I was asking. I demand a shot for that. A shot for what? I did my shot, you missed it. You have to somehow figure out how to get us killed, and then I get to kill this bottle. It's almost over, and I hate vodka. I'll be right back. Terribly sorry. Everything's okay now. Yup. Yeah, everything's okay. We're good. I did miss the choice though. So if somebody could refresh me of that choice. So, did someone catch what that last choice was? I totally missed it because I had to get up. Um, oh, we're gonna drink the potion. Sorry, I'm putting it all together now. Alright. The potion is thick and green, almost like the slime you find in stagnant pools in the jungle. The smell, though, is light and sweet and fragrant. You take a gulp and put the bottle with the rest of the potion in your pocket next to your notebook. Suddenly, you're surrounded by people dressed in bright red and green and gold clothes of the ancient Mayas. You are no longer in Dr. Lopez's study in Merida. You are in Sumel, standing in front of a huge pyramid called the Temple of the Magicians. It seems to command all the other buildings as it rises steeply out of the jungle. Manuel is beside you. His red, yellow, and blue shirt blend in with the brilliant Mayan colors. "Don't be frightened," he whispers. "We're 1,500 years back in time." Across from the Temple of the Magicians is a long, low building made of yellowish-white stone, covered with the same snake and man-animal carvings you saw in Dr. Lopez's study. The buildings look as if it contains long hallways and many small, dark rooms. Suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd of Mayas. 5 men and a woman in gold and red robes, carrying silver spears and wearing bright green feathers in their hair, move through the crowd and start climbing slowly up the steps of the Temple of the Magicians. They must be priests and a priestess because the people bow down in front of them. In the courtyard below is a squad of soldiers carrying knives and bows and arrows. They look angry. Oh, is that drawing? Yeah. You like a drink that can fight back? That's how I feel about whiskey. Whiskey, bourbon, and scotch. Love it all. Nice and brown. Alright. Manuel must be one of the ruling clan, for people bow down before him also. He smiles and says, "My friend, you may choose to go with the priest and the priestess, or you can go with the warriors. Both groups will teach you a great deal about the Mayan civilization." You are so busy taking notes about everything around you that you hardly hear what he says. Manuel repeats the question. I am not typing. Now I am typing. Let's see. Are we going to go with the clergy, which I recognize is not quite the right word to use here, or go with the warriors? I'm going to be back in one moment. Just need to check on talking a whole bunch. Did it again. This computer, man. It's talking a whole bunch, and I was muted. Um, the warriors. All right. The warriors in the courtyard are practicing with bow and arrow, spear and club. They are a noisy group, bragging and shouting, punching and wrestling. Manuel tells you that these warriors have come from Chichen Itza. He introduces you to the officer in charge. On your way back to Chichen Itza, the officer speaks with you. There are two groups here. One group raids our enemies to get slaves or take revenge. They are fast, quiet in the jungle, and ready to die if captured. The other group defends us against invaders. They are careful and watchful. They never give up. They will fight until the last one is dead. I'm also flabbergasted at the fact that these ancient Mayans speak English. So, who are your enemies, you ask? Toltecs, a savage group who worship Smoking Mirror, their god of war and death. They are always invading us. Several warriors with you nod in agreement. You still have your notebook, and you write down notes about the Toltecs. You are careful not to let them see the pen or the notebook. You can never explain what they are. Sure, okay. You find out that there are fights between the Mayas caused by jealousy and long resentment. The officer in command says, "It's up to you. You can go on the raids or stay here in defense." Oh man, don't give me that choice. So, we can be, let's see. We can go on raids. That's not how you spell raids. Or we can defend. Those are our two choices. Go on the raids. Or just simply defend. I don't know. Yeah, this book is weird. Actually, they're all weird. They're all weird in their own way. Yeah. Yeah, I've never liked vodka ever. I only got that because everyone was like, "Oh, no hangovers," and I was like, "All right, I'll try it. I'm in quarantine and I like seltzer, so let's do it." And that's why I ended up with that bottle. Next bottle will definitely be brown, because I like brown. Not UPS. I mean, UPS brings me my stuff, but I don't like UPS. Do I like? I guess I like UPS. Ow. I'm drying out like I don't know what. Ooh, 50-50 split. I think we're gonna go on raids. Yep. I'm gonna go on raids. I put on way more chapstick than was totally necessary. So at 50-50 split, I take the choice. We're gonna go 22. We're gonna go on some raids. And there's that other ending. Alright. Oh, great. We're all on the same page. You want to see the action, but are you prepared to fight? It's one thing to travel in time. It's quite something else to be a warrior involved in real fighting. You can never kill anybody. What if you have to defend yourself? After 3 weeks of training, the warrior chief says, "Okay, now it is time. You will go on a raid to, Isala. I guess that's how I can never pronounce. I'm so bad at pronunciation. 3 days from here. The going is rough, and you and the warriors must travel fast and quietly. Finally, you arrive at the cluster of mud and stick huts that surround a small temple. You all hide in the scrub. Is that word again? You all hide in the scrubby bushes, waiting for nightfall. Then, with a bloodthirsty yell, your band leaps from its hiding place and rushes into the open, firing arrows and throwing spears." I mean, there's so much I want to talk about right now. There's just so much to unpack with this. But we have a choice to make as to where we're going to go. Do we join the fighting? Or do we watch from hiding? So, let's see. Where to begin? So, some random ass white girl travels through time, ends up with the Mayans. They all speak English. And then you are suddenly being trained as a warrior. Um, got it. This is certainly another weird one. This might actually take the cake on weirdest story we've read so far. Um, I don't even know what to make of it. All right, majority is leaning towards hiding. I'm kind of okay with that. Page 39. Well, that'll probably get us killed too. 39. There we go. That one was weird. The spaceship one with the clouds. Oh hell, which one was that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you enter like the asteroid field every single time. Yeah, the equipment goes crazy. Ugh, that was something else. All right, that does look like Little Dicky though. I have to talk to Vestlord about that. Here we go. You watch the fighting from behind a bush. Off to the right, you see three of the enemy pulling on a large hemp rope. It releases a bent tree. The tree has a bucket filled with rocks that shower down on you. Watch out! Duck! Two of your warriors are knocked out. A flurry of arrows and spears fill the air. Three more of your warriors are wounded. Shouts and screams pierce the air. People are running in all directions. Retreat! Retreat! Get away! It is the captain of your group. The attack is a complete failure, probably because you didn't help. The enemy had more strength and courage than you ever imagined. When you try to retreat, you become confused. Where do you go? You are cut off from the other warriors. You've lost your sense of direction. Oh boy. Another poll on its way. A fairly simple choice. Do we go left or right? If you go left, go here. If you go right, go there. Yeah, that book was really, really strange. I think in one part you became part of one ending is you became part of the galaxy. Like you were eternal. Another one you went into a black hole and never returned. Yeah, it was a strange one. What was the name of that? I think it was let's see. Gotta look it up now because it's gonna bug me. It was Space and Beyond. Oh no, I lied. It's the third planet from Altair. Altair. Third planet from Altair. That was it. I really appreciate your logic. Because that's kind of how I feel. Oh, except everyone picked me to go right. So we're going right. Page 54. This slider does not work for Ish. Page 54. I might die on page 54. Alright. So you thought you could escape, did you? Well, you will be punished. You are perfect for our next sacrifice to the rain god. It is the enemy chief talking. You have been captured. You made the wrong turn. So, guess who was wrong here? An old priestess with deep wrinkles rushes up and says, I don't think she's rushing anywhere, and says, No, we don't need a sacrifice. We need a slave to work for us in the temple. This prisoner will do. Her name is Muskla, and she has a great deal of power. For the chief listens to her and agrees. Take this pest, do what you wish, we'll catch others. Later that day, you are put into a dark room in the back of a small temple. It smells of wood smoke. As you enter, you notice the imprint of a hand, a red hand on the wall. You have read about it, but what does it mean? Well, it depends. What have you read about it? Then a strange thing begins to happen. Your vision blurs and musical notes fill the air. When you reach out to touch the wall, you feel dizzy and you begin to stumble. That's it. The potion is wearing off. You're on your way back to the present. Yep. This is quite a book. Let's go all the way back to page 11. That's a lot of scrolling. This makes no sense, but okay. You and Manuel drive to your hotel in Merida. Once you arrive, you stand on your windows looking out over the rooftops and palm trees to the scrubby jungle and the plains that surround the town. Broad avenues lined with large trees, spacious squares, and a car with carved fountains. The large haciendas behind high walls characterize the city. Merida was founded by the Spanish after the conquest in the 16th century, and old churches and fortresses add Spanish flavor. Manuel comes to your room and invites you to dinner. Tomorrow we begin, he says. We can travel to the ruins. They are very beautiful. You ask him which ones you should visit first. He tells you that Chichen Itza is the youngest and the largest of the Mayan ruins. The central points of interest are a huge pyramid which dominates the area, a domed observatory sitting silently near a jungle, and the deep water hole or a cenote. There, too, is the famed and feared ball court. In ancient times, the losers of the ball game also lost their lives. Sumel, while smaller than Chichen Itza, is far older. Stone used for buildings there has been cut and carved into delicate patterns. The Temple of the Magicians at Sumel is smaller than the temple at Chichen Itza, but is impressive as it rises out of the jungle. It's up to you, Manuel says. So where are we going? We're going to go to Chichen Itza. Whoops-a-daisy. Put that in the wrong place. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Or are we going to go to Sumel? Which I just learned how to pronounce today. Because I've never come across it before. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, just before you guys rated me, we were sacrificed, actually. So, sorry you missed that one. I didn't do it. Yep. I really gotta look at these, look at these, emojis. These are very strange to me. These are funny. Alright, Sumel it is. Let's get out of these emojis. There we go. I don't think we've been to Sumel, have we? At least in present time. Oh, yes, we have. I remember this. You welcome Manuel to the bus station for the trip to Sumel. The pavement shimmers with heat, and smells of garlic and spicy food hang in the air. The bus trip is long and hot, but finally you arrive at the ruins of Sumel. The Temple of the Magicians looms over the land. Steep stone steps ascend to a smaller temple building on the top of a pyramid. Across from the Temple of the Magicians is a large rectangular building, which the Spanish conquistadors called the nunnery, but no one really knows what it was used for. What do you think, Manuel? I mean, what was it used for? Any ideas? Manuel hesitates for a minute and says, perhaps the building was the palace of the priests. Perhaps they lived there. Perhaps they conducted experiments there. I don't know. You just said a lot without saying anything. Crowds of people are milling around the ruins. You wish you could be there alone. Where should you start? The Temple of the Magicians or the nunnery? So I will say this leading into this. The last time we got here, oh my god, spelling, not my forte. I believe we chose the Temple of the Magicians. So we kind of already been there. We not kick the power. That's a bad idea. So we've already been there. And we have not been to the nunnery. So, choice is yours. Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of endings where we could end up being sacrificed. And yet we've only encountered one of them. 44 possible endings. We've attained 3. One of them was death. Although I will say we found a good ending. And many happy deaths. Yeah. Oh man. Overwhelming. Crowd has spoken. Page 26 to the nunnery. 4, 5. Page 26. Alright. The building called the nunnery is intricately designed with carvings of birds, snakes, and human-like creatures. No one knows just what the building was used for. The rooms are too dark to have been living quarters. Maybe it was a school building or meeting rooms for the priests and rulers. No one knows. Poking around the dark room with a flashlight, you see a piece of white paper stuck to the far wall. It says, Hotel Maya, Chichen Itza, room 327, Thursday night. You must come, there is danger out there. There's a drawing to accompany it. You puzzle over the note. It is Thursday. Is this note for you? How could it be? What should you do? So, our choices. Gotta love these books, man. All with a grain of salt. Go to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, or ignore the note and move on to continue exploring. Here is the drawing of the note. Might be able to read that. I don't know. It's a little weird. This book is nothing short of unpredictable. This book is nothing short of unpredictable. That is one thing I'm learning very quickly. Yeah, we got flash banged on our first choice within 3 choices. Within 3 choices, we decided we were not going to get on the spaceship. And Manuel flash banged us. And that was it. That was an ending. That was a weird one. Love my rolling chair because I can do things like this. Hang out back here. And then when I need to, come up for the action. Alright, we're going to go to the hotel. Motel. Holiday Inn. Alright. Page 45. Page 45. Will I leave? Will I die? Nice. Okay. Who put the note in the darkened room? Who could have known you would be there and would find it? It might well be the secret forces of the Mayas at work. Forces too hidden for humans to understand. But aren't Mayans humans? You're fascinated. You check into the Hotel Maya at 9 o'clock. When you walk down the corridor to room 327, soldiers leap out of rooms 328 and 329 and arrest you. They're heavily armed. You can smell the oil on the weapons. Their captain speaks to you in Spanish, but then switches to English when you don't reply. I appreciate them addressing that situation. So, you are the spy we have been waiting for. We knew we would catch you. If you are wondering what happened to your friend in room 327, I'll tell you. He was captured 2 days ago and is now in jail. You revolutionaries are all the same. The captain orders the soldiers to take you away to arrest you. That seems kind of redundant. Let's see. We can attempt to plead innocence. I can't spell this word for my life. Innocence. I did it. Or you can tell the truth, which isn't that the same thing? We're not revolutionaries. Not that the book has told us. So I'm really confused by this. This is, I don't know. This is weird. I'm officially out of stuff to drink except for that. And I'm gonna get thirsty. Let's see. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. The truth shall set you free. Or so they say. It's page 59. And off to page 59 we go to tell the truth. That was a crazy drawing. There was that ending, alright. But Captain, this is all a mistake. I'm a writer investigating the Mayan civilization. I'm no spy. The captain leads you into a room where 3 men are seated at a table. They look up when you enter. The thin one says, "Wrong person. Who is this?" "That's not the one we want." The man says, "Let the prisoner go. We're just wasting valuable time. The spy has had warning and time to escape. As for you, stay out of trouble." You leave the room shaking with excitement and relief. Since you have left Sumel, you might as well go and examine the ruins of Chichen Itza. So that's going to take us to page 16. Don't you railroad me into a decision. I'm a grown man. You see, that's the wrong page. Oh, this is great. The highway to Chichen Itza runs through flat, scrubby land. They love using that word in this book. A few houses or huts line the road. Then you see it from the bus. It almost jumps out of the low-lying jungle. El Castillo. A giant pyramid looms above you. Around El Castillo are broad avenues leading to other stone buildings, to courtyards, and to the evil ball court where Mayas lost their lives if they lost the game. One avenue leads to a cenote, or a giant well. This deep cenote that sinks 30 feet from ground level to the surface of its water has taken the lives of many sacrificial victims. A few tourists mill about. A group of about 20 people stand quietly at the base of El Castillo. You ask Manuel what they are doing, what they are waiting for. He gives a knowing smile and says, "Soon you will see for yourself. Look at the top of the pyramid." Your eyes follow a pointing finger. The top of the pyramid is glowing with a bright red color. Where's it coming from? Watch, my friend. This is worth waiting for. Then you see it. A large spacecraft hovers over the pyramid, shoots out a transporter beam, and waits. What does it mean, Manuel? What's happening? You are frightened. These Mayan ruins are contact points for other planets. That group of people has been chosen to leave Earth for the planet Mergnatic. You believe in UFOs, but now that you are seeing one, it is frightening. Manuel, this is incredible. Why is this thing here? You see, Earth is a difficult place, a testing ground. We have wars, sickness, many problems. These other planets have none of those problems. When Earth people are ready to give up fighting and the greed, then they can go to another planet. You may join them if you wish. And he waits for your answer. What should you do? On one hand, your job is here and now on this planet, writing about the Mayans. Yet, the chance to go to another planet may never come again. So, are we going to... Let's see, if you decide to go, knowing the dangers of never returning. So, leave the planet. If you decide to stay and finish your job, so stay on. the planet. You can go off world or stay on world. Tell ya. Oh boy. Here comes the Vest Lord. That didn't display properly, but I did read through the text. Let's see. All right. And with that, looks like we're leaving the planet. It's time to get the F out of here. So on to page 27. Oh, you crazy cats. One by one, the group standing at the pyramid enters the spacecraft by the transporter beam. Halfway to the spacecraft, their bodies begin to glow. No one seems to be afraid. Gaining confidence, you step into the transporter beam and are carried up into the spacecraft. No sounds are heard. As you shoot up, heroine, and away into the far reaches of the universe, to the planet Mergnak. Your quest is over. The true answer to the mystery of the Mayas is here in the spacecraft. The Mayas left the Earth because it had become too dangerous a place to live. You are one of the people chosen to escape and start again. What a chance! The end. So, that's it. Fourth time is not the charm. Only died once. Lived to fight another day. I'm actually kind of disappointed, because if we didn't go, we get flashbanged like Men in Black, and that was the ending. I can't help but feel like we were stifled to just a certain amount of choices that were not going to allow us to do anything interesting. And there's some really crazy illustrations in this book. Oh yeah, here's the drawing of people just leaving the planet, or at least the that of the UFO coming to take me away. Haha. That's it. We close the chapter, or we close the book on another choose your own adventure novel. And I don't have much to say. As always, I appreciate you guys dropping in. Everyone who rated from Lara Craft's stream, those who stuck on, I really appreciate you guys too. Yeah, we're just gonna call it for the night. So next week. Oh, how fitting! Next week's episode is called Inside UFO 5440. I wonder if it's about your journey to the planet. It was written by Edward Packard. He's a strange one. Don't know his illustrator though. This was released in '82. Yeah. You know what? I don't really want to be drinking this next week, so here's to everyone. That. No, it doesn't get any easier. But it is done. Alrighty then. As always, really appreciate you guys coming down and checking out the stream. If you're not already doing it, above my head is all the Geek Aid great stuff. Instagram, our .com, Twitter. We're always posting things. There's probably something there for you. If not, let's make it happen. Join me every Sunday here at this address, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I read choose your own adventure novels and you decide what's going to happen to us. That all being said, enjoy what's left of your evening, and I hope to catch you next week. Until then,